There is so much to be said about the attractions of this region, but let only a fraction of my personal experience be a challenge to you to come here and discover them yourself. This is one of the most picturesque historical settlements on the Adriatic coast. The charming village cottages, so well incorporated in the extraordinary landscape of the island, once a colony of fishermen and farmers, exposed for centuries to attacks by the Turks from the land and by pirates from the sea, are a genuine monument to the past. The pace of life here still conforms to tidal changes, to sunrise and sunset, to the change of winds, to the movement of the stars. People here live with and on stone, wood, wine, oil and bread. It is said that the people of Primošten enjoy a long life precisely because they follow their traditional way of life. The settlement is dominated by a church built in the Middle Ages and restored at a later time. The streets framed by colourful houses, some of them several centuries old, all converge on the church. From the grapes that grow on this soil, which has literally been wrenched from the stone, the famous Babić wine is made. A painting depicts these vineyards, a symbol of the diligence and persistence of the people of this region, hangs on a wall in the United Nations building in New York. Traditional wedding customs are kept alive, and the onlooker will notice with pleasure the close and warm relations reigning among the local residents. You may have got the impression that this is a remote, out-of-the-way oasis of peace and beauty, while in fact Primošten can be reached quickly and easily from any direction and by all known means of transportation, by land, air and the sea. Indeed, all the routes lead to Primošten. It is right here, close at hand, close enough to be reached quickly and easily, and far enough to remain intrinsically beautiful, unique, and with a charm all of its own. The Adriatic chain hotels are hidden in the beautiful pine forest on Raduča Peninsula. They are the Zora, Slava, and Raduča. The Hotel Marina Lučica is located in a beautiful site amidst vineyards and olive groves. Only a narrow green belt of Italian stone pine and pine trees separate it from a 600-meter-long beach where you don't need any swimwear. Of all the rooms, mine is certainly the most beautiful. A view of Primošten through the huge panoramic window of the hotel's restaurant is so fascinating that even the delicious dishes on the table in front of you may escape your attention. On the terrace or in the drink bar, you may chance to have coffee with someone you've just met. But if that person leaves this charming place sooner than you expected, you would do well to seek comfort in this pleasant and popular cake shop. The sea is more beautiful here than anywhere else. It is so pure, so transparent. Water skiing, windsurfing, sunbathing, swimming, boating. It doesn't really matter if you don't succeed at the first try. You might not be the target of someone's camera at such a moment as I was. Primošten will welcome you at any time of the year. It's up to you to choose between the attractions you've just seen and those of a heated swimming pool, the solarium and massage in cooler days. A walk by the sea, jogging, or a game of chess. Perhaps you feel like playing mini-golf, table tennis, volleyball, basketball, or bowling. Or else you'd rather go cycling, or play a game of billiards, or just enjoy the sunshine and inhale the intoxicating fragrance of the sea and pines. 80% of those who have been to Primošten once have come back again, some regularly for years. Private accommodation has its advantages. Apart from all the modern amenities offered, the host's hospitality will make you feel very much at home. Chatting and joking over a glass of homemade wine, cooled in the cellar to the point where it will best agree with another delicacy of the house, smoked ham, you may spend incomparable hours discovering anew the charm of unspoilt nature and forgetting the strains and pace of urban life. The Grimmig Marina lies just off the main road in a cove shielded from winds, only 30 nautical miles from the Kornati archipelago and 30 kilometers from Split's airport. It is only 2 kilometers from the hotels in Primošten. The marina has 320 moorings and 120 berths, while the depth of the sea along this part of the coast ranges between 1.5 to 5 meters. It is ecologically pure so that boatsmen can freely bathe in the marina outside the anchoring area. The berths have water and electricity, as well as telephone and TV aerial points. You forgot to buy an item on your list of provisions, and you're doubtful that you can find it here. Well, you're wrong. At least one of the 2 duty-free shops is sure to be able to provide it. There's something wrong with your vessel. you don't like the sound of its engine. If there is anything that worries you or needs a repair, a maintenance and repairs yards is at hand, equipped with the most sophisticated tools and manned with highly skilled personnel. Well, we are seafarers now. You think the term is a bit exaggerated. No, it is not, because we really feel great, and it's obvious that we're sailing. Come and join us. Everything is truly wonderful here, and possible too. Everything can be done in the best possible way. You don't have to make arrangements for an excursion yourself. The only thing you have to do is to decide where you would like to go and make your wish known. You'll find yourself in Dubrovnik, Split, on the island of Hvar, in Sarajevo, Mostar, or in Šibenik, for example, a town notable for its monuments, fortresses, narrow streets and stairways carved in stone, squares and parks, but most of all for its remarkable cathedral, a work of the great sculptor Juraj of Dalmatia. Or you might find yourself at the Krka Falls. The river Krka is mentioned in records ever since classical times and described as a symphony of nature in the epic of social developments. He who has not seen Krka cannot imagine it. Kilometers to the west of Primošten is the A-category Adriatic auto camp, located between the main road and its own beach. The Primošten Festival is a traditional annual event with a fair and merrymaking that lasts all day and night. There's varied entertainment and, of course, tasty foods and good wines to boot. The Vila Fenč in the old part of Primošten, just by the sea and surrounded by pine trees, stands out amongst the many attractive coffee bars, taverns and inns. Here you can savor the freshest seafoods, fish, seashells, crabs. You can catch your own lobster in the pond. The Hotel Slava has an entertainment center, part of which is the rustic tavern, where you will be welcomed by staff dressed in national costumes, and where you will spend an enjoyable evening listening to original folk tunes and dining on national specialities. The Congress Hall with 350 seats can be used for film showings and other kinds of entertainment. Miss Anna Royer, prima ballerina, choreographer and teacher of worldwide renown, has staged performances by her pupils in this hall on several occasions. You feel like having a bite again. This time, the restaurant Gala will cater for you. Its staff will prepare for you the specialities of international cuisine in quite a spectacular way at your table. At night, together with the stars, the lights appear in discotheques, nightclubs and cafe terraces where dance music is played. You will surely enjoy a visit to this commercial art gallery where you may well find a painting which will enthrall you, just as Primošten enthralled our best-known, naive painter Ivan Generalic, who has chosen to live here. These corals will be no less beautiful when you return home. Indeed, the rain and snow in winter will not detract in the least from their beauty. It is nice here, so much sunshine, so much light, so many stars. Come with me to the disco tonight. You will enjoy yourself, and never mind whether you've come on a package tour or on your own. Do come right now, but you won't be late even if you come tomorrow, next month, or next year. It is always like this here. One feels good and happy here.